Hello Motor Rider World fans, and welcome to this episode of Scoop or Poop. And this time we're going to look at BMW potentially coming into the MotoGP paddock. Now, I heard a couple of rumblings while I was at the Mugello MotoGP race this past weekend that this could be a reality. It was mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and I was one of the guys that said, you know, I can't see BMW doing it. There was also talk of Kawasaki. Kawasaki have since come out and said they are definitely not interested. Kawasaki will definitely not be taking those two spots in MotoGP. We know that Gas in the KTM group with KTM, Gas and Husqvarna have looked at those two spots. Apparently they have applied with Dorna to try and get those spots, but Dorna have said they do not want to replace the Suzuki spot with current manufacturers in. They want to bring another manufacturer in. So the only likelihood was your Kawasaki or your BMW, your MV Agusta. But looks like now BMW are seriously looking at that option of taking those two spots vacant from Suzuki at the end of the 2022 season. Now, how is this going to work? BMW are nowhere near going MotoGP racing at the moment. It'll take them years to develop a prototype, a competitive one at that. So what are the options here? Their World Superbike project has been a bit of a failure. Haven't really challenged for a world title since releasing the S1000RR all those years ago. You know, so where are these resources and how are going to come from, and how are they going to pull this off? Well, the talk from the paddock is, and from a couple of good sources, is that BMW will look to climb in to not only salvage Suzuki's potential €20 million fine that they'll have to pay to Dorna for pulling out. There's also talk that they might not have to pay a fine. They might get away scotch-free with some loopholes and some contracts and. But yeah, if BMW were to come in, take over the Suzuki project, Suzuki could get away with it scotch-free. And for BMW to climb in now, again, you know, do they have anything ready? So the talk from the sources that I spoke to is that BMW will come in very much with badged Suzukis in the beginning, possibly just for the 2023 season, run badged Suzukis while they develop their own BMW MotoGP prototype and introduce that in 2024. So that is some news that came out, and, you know, that could be a good way if BMW wanted to get into the paddock right now. You know, Dorna have also come out and said if they must leave those two spots vacant for another year until they wait for another manufacturer to come in, they are happy to do that. But maybe this is a good way for BMW to get a head start and secure riders like Alex Rins and potentially Joan Mir or Paulo Espargaros or Jack Millers or Miguel Oliveira's or any of these riders that are currently available. The Viettis from Moto2. There's a lot of names up for grabs. We've spoken about it a couple of times where there's more riders than bikes available at the moment. So yeah, that was something I wasn't expecting to hear, that BMW could come in, run the current Suzuki bikes, which, you know, haven't got the same kind of consistency as they did a couple of years ago, that's for sure. But they are good packages. Rins and Mir on their day are very competitive, you know, podium runners. We know that. So could BMW come in, rebadge those Suzukis with BMW branding, develop their prototype MotoGP bike, and we could see BMW entering the MotoGP paddock. And what will happen to their World Superbike project, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they, you know, I don't know if they would be able to fund both projects or would want to, or if they would carry on with the Sean Muir project that they've got in World Superbikes, just give a little less factory support. So yeah, we're going to have to wait and see how that all plays out. But certainly caught my ear and my attention when I was at Mugello MotoGP, hearing that BMW could be potentially moving into MotoGP with badged Suzukis, if need be, at the beginning to get themselves going and get themselves into the paddock. And I don't think it would be a terrible thing, knowing BMW and the Germans. I don't know. You know, are they willing to do that, take another brand and rebadge it to get themselves in? We will have to wait and see. But it would be great to see those two bikes taken by BMW, those two spots, because then we could be filling two more spots, the likes of, again, Alex Rins, Oliveira, Paulo Espargaro, all these riders that at the moment are kind of left with those spots. Johan Zarco, you know, his Pramac future's up. Could he potentially make that move? So let's see. But interesting news, BMW could be in MotoGP sooner rather than later.